the first verse in the opening cinematic to Persona 4. Although it's subtle, these words will play every time you open the game, roaming in the back of your head. Persona 4 is an 80-hour RPG that came out on the PlayStation 2. I cannot give a proper story summary or synopsis, or else I'd be leaving out too many details. So for people that don't know the main story of the game, I would give it a shot. The game got remade and ported to most platforms called Persona 4 Golden, but you can also read the manga. There's an anime too. You can just take your pick. So spoilers up ahead. What I mean by the game predicted our current state of social media is that people tend to believe that whatever shows up on their TikTok feed is true. The Midnight Channel is a reflection of what the town in Iniba wants to see. Towards the end of the game, everyone wants the murders to end and find the true culprit. So when the investigation team finds Namatame trying to escape his hospital room, the Midnight Channel begins showing him as a criminal because that's what the whole town, even the investigation team, wants to see. Even though it's not true, if you believe it and push him into the TV, you end up getting the bad ending. With this knowledge, everything else starts to fall into place. As an example, the song Reach Out to the Truth plays when an investigation team is in the Midnight Channel fighting for the truth to see what's really the Midnight Channel is actually showing or doing. This next topic I want to talk about is Nanako. Nanako represents the next generation. That may be obvious, but there's always that question from the older generation of like, is the next generation going to be ready to brave the world? Or during her dungeon of the game or her Midnight Channel, it takes form of a storybook depiction of heaven because that's where she thinks she is. She has died and now she's with her mother in heaven. But what's more interesting is Teddy's comment on how she couldn't form a shadow because she is so little idle that her identity hasn't formed yet. Though I imagine that this kind of growth does not come with age, and instead it's from your heart that can form an identity. Your heart needs to grow. And for people that don't really play that much Persona, I guess you only play Persona 4, a heart is like your soul, your mind, your perception of the world in a sense. And I mean, as I previously discussed, Nanako's heart is very mature and like she's grown a lot, but yet she's not able to form a shadow. And I would say this is because she's consumed so much that she lost her identity. Taking a step back from Persona, I'll ask someone, like, talking to them in the, real world, and their hobbies. I'm like, hey, what you do for your hobbies? And they're like, I don't know. Go home, maybe doom scroll. And I'm like, oh, all right, that's not really working. I say, oh, well, what kind of music are you into? What genre do you like? And they're like, anything really.
Let go of the remote, don't you know you let it on a junk for them. Try to put the phone to be cooking on the go, but I know use. Hey, I've been cuisine. Loading. Quickly reach maximum capacity. Want it. Gonna shop for my identity.
This type of thing I only really find in our generation, but like, just talking to the people in my generation sucks. They're boring. Like, only it's rare to find someone who actually has developed an identity. They do have hobbies. They do want to know what they want to be when they grow up. They like, I don't know. Like, it's at the same time, I'll try and like actually talk with them more, and they try telling me like their current life situation. It seems like everything's being decided for them.
Let go of the remote, don't you know you let it on a junk for them.
Like it's not their identity, it's someone else's, and I don't get how people can live like that. But who knows?